You think you have plenty of time, but the truth is you're living faster than you realize. Our brain doesn't really understand the real speed of time. It feels time, it doesn't measure it. And that's why we sometimes think we still have lots of time, while days quietly slip away. If today looks just like yesterday, your brain basically won't save it. The brain saves energy by only storing things that feel worth remembering. Repetition means nothing new here, skip. That's why summer felt endless when you were a kid, but now a whole year feels like a month. Time didn't get faster, your life just got more predictable. The more predictable life is, the faster it feels. The more new things you experience, the slower time feels. Your brain measures time through new experiences, not through clocks. A clock only tells you what time is. Your brain tells you what time feels like. Same route every day, same job, same phone, same routine. That means whole days get deleted from your memory. And that's more dangerous than wasting time. It means you're not even feeling your life. Most people make a huge mistake. They think being busy means moving forward. But being busy and being productive are two totally different things. Here's a simple test. Imagine yourself at 90 years old. Will you care about that work email you answered tonight? Or the night you could have spent with the people you love? Old minds don't care about tasks, they care about meaning. Here's the real problem. We replace important things with urgent things. Urgent things scream. Important things whisper. Successful people have one thing in common. They know what not to do. This skill even has a name: intentional elimination. Let me tell you a sign. If I ask you what you did 2 Tuesdays ago, you probably don't remember. Not because your memory is bad, but because that day looked exactly like the others. You woke up, scrolled your phone, did your usual tasks, night came, and your brain said nothing special happened, so it didn't save the day. Now zoom out. If days don't get saved, months don't get saved. And if months don't get saved, years disappear. That's why some people suddenly wake up and say, wait, how did years pass so fast? Time didn't speed up. Your brain just stopped counting your days as life. The brain is efficient. It doesn't store repeated scenes. When every day looks the same, your memory merges them into one. So when you look back, it feels like a chunk of your life is missing. This is what autopilot living looks like. Wake up, grab your phone, same apps, same news, same people. Then work, then exhaustion, then more screens. And suddenly a whole year is gone with almost no clear memories. We think the problem is lack of time, but the real problem is lack of experience. Time isn't measured by clocks, it's measured by moments. Every new experience stretches time. That's why a short trip feels longer than a whole month of routine. Your brain is forced to pay attention, and attention is what makes life feel real. When you were a kid, everything was new. That's why a single day could feel huge. But now most days are predictable. And when your brain can predict the next few hours, it stops paying attention. Less attention equals less memory. Less memory equals time feels faster. Time didn't speed up, your memories got compressed. So maybe life isn't short. Maybe we're just not experiencing enough of it. Usually when we realize this, we make a dramatic decision. We say, tomorrow everything changes. We write a heavy plan, new sleep schedule, daily workouts, reading, new skills, no social media. And for 2 or 3 days, it goes great. Then you get tired. You miss a day, then 2, and suddenly you're back to your old routine. You think the problem is willpower, but the truth is something else. You weren't fighting your brain, you were fighting your body's energy system. The brain is built for survival, not progress. It sees every big change as a threat. So when you try to change everything at once, your brain pushes back. Not because you're lazy, but because you're human. The mistake is thinking you need a huge life overhaul. You don't. You just need to make your brain pay attention again. And the easiest way is simple. Create small differences. Not big ones, small ones. Take a new route.
Sit somewhere different. Try a new food. Talk a little more with someone you usually just say hi to. These things look tiny, but something big happens. Your brain can't predict anymore, and when it can't predict, it starts recording again. That's what we call a memory. A memory is a moment you actually lived. That's why you remember special days clearly, but not the normal weeks. The goal isn't to live a crazy, exciting life. The goal is to be awake. If you do just one small different thing every day, after a few months, time will feel slower. Not because the clock changed, but because you started living again. But there's still one big problem. Even if you create differences, your day can still disappear. Why? Because your attention is shattered. Today, the problem isn't lack of time, it's scattered attention. Every little notification pulls your brain out of your life. And it's not just a second, it takes minutes to get your focus back. Do this all day, and your whole day becomes a bunch of half-started tasks. You end the day tired, but not satisfied, because you used energy but didn't move forward. The brain is built for deep focus, not constant switching. When you jump between tasks, your brain works shallow, and shallow living doesn't create memories. That's why some days feel full but empty at the same time. You weren't present, you were just reacting. One of the simplest fixes is creating no interrupt islands. Just 30 minutes a day. No notifications, no new tabs, no checking anything. Just one task. At first, it's hard because your brain is addicted to stimulation. But after a few days, focus comes back, calm comes back, and most importantly, your day starts to feel real again. Now imagine your future, not 10 years from now, way further. You look back and you won't think, I wish I worked more. You'll think, I wish I lived more. Nobody wishes they spent more hours online or answered more emails. Most regrets sound like this. I wish I spent more time with the people I love. I wish I experienced more. I wish I slowed down. No single day is important by itself, but together they become your life. That's why the most dangerous sentence is, I'll do it later. Life doesn't disappear all at once. It fades little by little. And when you finally notice, you can't go back. But here's the good news. You don't need a big change. You just need attention. So the question isn't, how do I change my whole life? The real question is, what small thing will I do differently today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Here's a simple rule. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it right now. Text that person you've been thinking about. Read for 5 minutes. Take a short walk. Sit without your phone for a moment. Why does this matter? Because small actions send a message to your brain, I'm in control of my day. Motivation comes after action, not before it. One small change today becomes one small choice tomorrow. And after a while, your whole life shifts. You don't need to become a new person. You just need to be more present. So here's the real question. When this video ends, what's the first small different thing you're going to do?